Today, we're going to talk about less stressful fat loss. Okay. In addition to the caloric expenditure breakdown, we're going to talk about how you can lose fat without really putting out more energy. When we're trying to lose fat, we have to be in a caloric deficit. Okay. That is key number one. Okay. But we want to do this in the least stressful way possible, or what I like to call minimum effective dosage. Excess stress in the form of a major nutritional deficit, too much intense exercise, or even just mental emotional load, right, can cause a cascade of hormonal effects that make it harder to lose fat, along with an array of other miserable symptoms like hair loss, bloating, gas, trouble sleeping, okay, among other things. So we want to limit this. We want to minimize stress on the body, right? Because it all compounds and it presents itself the same way. Our body doesn't know the difference between that mental emotional stress, that nutritional deficit, and a tiger coming to eat us. Okay. So let's talk about all the components that actually make up your total daily energy expenditure, or TDEE. First is your BMR, or basal metabolic rate. Okay, you are constantly burning calories just to survive. Okay, your body burns calories while performing autonomic, which are your automatic, okay, not requiring thought or intention, day to day life sustaining functions. This is your basal metabolic rate, and this accounts for about 60 to 70% of your daily energy expenditure. Okay, another thing to put into context for you, right? Calories, carbohydrates, your brain, just for your brain to function, needs about 130 grams of carbohydrates per day. Okay. So that is accounted for in this BMR. BMR is determined by several factors, including age, sex, height, weight, and muscle mass. Next is TEF, or thermic effect of food, and this is the energy required to digest your food. This accounts for about 10% of your energy expenditure. And fun fact, protein has a TEF of about 30% of its total calories. Okay, so where carbs is about 5 to 10% and fats are 0 to 3. So, for example, if you were to eat 100 calories of protein, 30 calories goes to just digesting it. Okay, this is just another reason to make sure you're eating adequate protein. And then we have eat. EAT. Okay, the remaining 30% of calories is broken up into eat and neat. You probably already know that your body burns calories while you work out. This is known as exercise activity thermogenesis, which accounts for only about 5% of your TDEE. Okay, 5% of your total calorie expenditure comes from your intentional exercise. So, I hope this gives you some perspective on how you can't out exercise a garbage diet, right? You maybe have heard that, but this should make it very apparent. What's left is NEAT, or non exercise activity thermogenesis. NEAT, this falls into the category of not exercise, not eating, and not sleeping related caloric expenditure. This is our golden ticket to less stressful fat loss and accounts for the remaining 15 to 20% of your total daily energy expenditure. Why does this matter? If we utilize NEAT throughout the day to burn more calories, then we don't have to lower our food intake or increase our exercise, which both increase stress on the body, okay, in order to be in a larger or in a caloric deficit. Studies also show that NEAT helps regulate lipoprotein lipase, which is an enzyme that plays an important role in converting fat to energy. So, by utilizing NEAT, you're actually helping your body burn fat more efficiently throughout the day. So, how do we increase our NEAT calories then? Number one, go for a walk, anywhere, any length of time, right? Parking further from the grocery store, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, the elevator. Every step counts, okay? Keeping track of your steps throughout the day. According to the Department of Health, the general rule of thumb is 7 to 10,000 steps a day. If you don't hit those already, then any increase would count as increasing your NEAT. Play with your kiddos. Chase them, play tag, soccer, basketball, right? Whatever your kid enjoys. This is probably the easiest one for most people. Stand instead of sit. Okay. Simply standing at work, if you have that option, can burn around 72 more calories per hour for a 145-pound person, according to National Academy of Sports Medicine. This equals 18,000 calories burned per year. Okay, without utilizing meat to burn these calories, you'd have to do 60 30-minute runs at 5 miles per hour to burn the same amount of calories. If you can't stand at work, just fidgeting, right? Moving your hands around, doing some seated toe taps, calf raises, right? Anything counts. Moving your arms around, doing some cars. Fat loss is not the only benefit you get from NEAT. Okay, multiple studies show that NEAT can actually help decrease negative heart condition markers as well as improve your risk factors of blood cholesterol and blood sugar. Right? That's why going for a walk after your meals can help digestion. We'll talk about that later. So, this simple and easy way to increase your TDEE could not only have you looking good, but feeling good too.